Hello. Welcome back for another round of some VanirQuick Counter-Strike. I believe we're pushing ourselves up to round number 5. This time it's VanirQuick against Highscore, who have been not having the best of times so far in this group stage, I guess we could call it. But VanirQuick currently sitting at 3-1 after 4 games played. Obviously, one of those caveated by it being a forfeit, but beyond that, they looked very, very strong. Looked really good last game, of course, getting that coveted 13-0, and this time it's a pretty standard map pool, I think. Got the Inferno into the nuke, and then the final map of Mirage if it comes to it. How are you feeling about this series, Joe?
Honestly, just looking at the statistic of Highscore, feeling really good about it. Just looking over how Highscore did play, out of 3 matches that they did play, because wait, is it 3? Yeah, they're only on 3 matches. Okay. Out of the 3 matches that they played, they only won 1, and that was against Center Gaming, which is dead last on the table. They are the team that doesn't have a win. But losing it against Bitfix, which was expected, and then against Crash Out, also kind of expected. It should be relatively good map. Well, both. Let's hope it's a both map and then not the 3 maps, because against a team like this, you just expect them to roll through, right? You just expect them to play it perfectly, but with VanirQuick, you never know what you're gonna get on a day. So let's just hope for a good gameplay and a quick duo from VanirQuick.
Yeah, I mean, if they can keep the momentum from the last series, that'd be wonderful as they come into this one. I would note that the permaban of Highscore is ancient, so they got rid of that one, which is so far been a very strong map for VQ, of course. And it was actually their choice, Highscore's choice, the Inferno pick, and then we picked the Nuke, which has again looked very strong for VanirQuick. I think every single time we've seen them on Nuke, they've played very, very well. And then with that Mirage closer, we finally broke the Mirage curse, right? And that was a beautiful day, really. But yeah, I think it's a decent map pool as well for VanirQuick to show their skills and show how they are better than this opposition team.
I mean, definitely, like, Inferno, I'm not really too keen on it. We've seen honestly, how bad it went a few times for them. So hopefully they're going to be able to play a little bit better. We know how well they can play. I'm not sure. Did they even No, they have 0 win rate on Inferno as of right now, so they are definitely gonna be trying to change that today.
Yeah.
And after that, you're going to Nuke, yeah, Nuke and then Mirage. Nuke, it is definitely their map. We've seen how well they can perform on it. The first round it was a 13-1, so we're not expecting that it's gonna be a bad map. And on the other hand, if something does go wrong and we have to force the map 3, going over to Mirage, being able to break that Mirage curse, hopefully they're going to be able to continue that way today. After 2 times going to overtime and then losing, which one of the times did ended up actually being a forfeit from the other team. It's just going to be interesting how well they can perform on Mirage and see how well they can compose themselves. If they continue the way that they have on the last time they play Mirage, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. But you never know how well that can go. And also, I need to switch the overlays. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's also interesting to note, talking about some of Highscore's previous fixtures against Bitfix and Crash Out. Sorry, those are two strong oppositions that they've lost to, and then the game they won was against the team that's currently 0-5 in Center Gaming, as I mentioned prior. So the teams they've lost to look pretty good, and the team they've beat have looked pretty bad. So it's very hard to gauge a level of where they actually are at, because in that series against Center Gaming, against the weakest team in the league so far, they smacked them 13-4, 13-3. Nuke was a map they won 13-4, and that's giving me some fear, right, that their nuke looks quite good. But then in the losses, in the loss to Bitfix, they lost to Mirage 13-9, and then they lost to Highscore. Sorry, and they lost to Crash Out. They are Highscore, and they lost to Crash Out. They lost Inferno 13-1. So like across all their series, they have a variation of scores, which I think is quite commonplace amongst this tournament overall. I mean, if you go to the history of VanirQuick's games, then you'll see a similar sort of pattern of like just very variable score lines depending on what sort of VanirQuick, what sort of Highscore, what sort of Crash Out, etc. shows up. Like the level of these teams, there's a high ceiling and also quite a low floor at times. So I'm not going to come in with too much confidence before we see how they are actually playing on the day.
I mean, you can never do that, but hey, you know what? We are going in as the first round is about to start. VanirQuick starting on CT side, Highscore on T side, Inferno being picked by Highscore. Let's see how well they can perform here. We already see 4 people going straight to Banana. You already know that what's gonna happen there, so they have to be a little bit more careful now. Falls on Banana peeking, sees one, not gonna be able to hit. Now Tro is gonna be hit, but only for 2. 3 people do see him from Highscore, and that's gonna be a great opening from Falls. 2K already for him. There's a 3 as well.
Goodness.
Absolutely huge work from him, but now Highscore trying to rotate, trying to go towards that A side. In apps, Benji is right behind them. Are they gonna spot him? So far, no. Benji, does he know that they crossed? No, he doesn't. That's a flawless round from VanirQuick. Absolutely beautiful work from both Benji and Falls.
Yeah, two high scorers often in these VanirQuick games so far. They've played very well across this tournament, and I mean that was all about False. It was a great timing found by Benji there for the 2-piece, but False's 3K on Banana really opened up that round for VQ, made it pretty easy to close out in the end with some good awareness from the separated CT towards apps. And I mean, it's a flawless start. You're right. It's as perfect as you can get for VQ, and for the side of Highscore, considering they got no plant, they'll just be looking for a relatively cheap eco. I believe there's a couple of deagles invested, but nothing too dangerous if VanirQuick play their cards correctly. It's a nade that chips Betan down to 32. It's 68 damage from that grenade. Huge spot by Benji, who's now looking super away. He's in tune with the opposition already. His reads to early doors have been great. And it's just going to be some util expended, smokes on Banana and mid to delay some time, force a little bit of a pause for the T's, who will want to group up and find some picks at this point. They've got a couple down towards mid, a couple towards that apps position, leaning towards second, but no aggression yet. As it is a reset towards A. There's some spam coming through. A little bit of damage onto Sugar Daddy 56, who is going to be brought down to half HP. Neta also taking a little bit of chip, but again, the util kit is still relatively strong here. Flashes, smokes, mollies, enough to delay for the CTs. The Ts have to get going at some point, and they choose to engage onto Benji, who's taking some decent damage here. Could be vulnerable, but Sugoi Takes down Betan and False onto Bassi too. It's looking dominant for the CTs with the gun advantage. False has found a second, as has his partner in Segoy. And that should be round. This player under is going to find a beautiful headshot of Slegger, and he's got an opportunity for a third as he takes down the second of Flixer. False can't land those bullets, so he has to play patient, wait for his teammates to swing with him in 3, 2. They're going to boost across actually. There's a swing, and he does get the final shot. The final blood comes through from Benji. Slegger makes good work out of it. It's a bit of a mountain to climb. He chips a few away, but nothing to cause an eruption. And that's going to be 2 on the board for VQ, who aren't going to be too pleased with the lack of players that they kept through. The losses there, not perfect, but can reinvest into a decent buy into this follow-up round. And on the other side, it's a full buy bar and Mac 10 for Helzerk, who I believe will be playing front of the pack with that SMG, going to jump around some corners and flashes. It's aggression towards Banana from both sides, and that's going to be an opening pick for Sugar Daddy, but traded out by False, who's going to hold this Banana angle with that bottom smoke. He can play a little bit more aggressive towards this car position, but just going to hold the controller as the T is towards mid. It's Highscore who they want to pop out towards that smoke on A, or maybe just spamming through it, slowing it down as the round comes to a little bit of a standstill after some opening fire. It's grouped towards mid here. There's still players through. They've smoked on the left side and popped through the right. Aggression coming towards the CTs, and Benji's going to answer with a double kill. It's a beautiful find from the man on short. Has the bomb at his fingertips too. Betan's got to swing and take this one. It's a decent nade to chip him down. Headshot will kill now. Nothing to be found. The spam from Flixer combines with Benji. Gets a third on the round. Does die in the end, but it's the guy to close it off, and that's another beautiful hold. Benji is really looking alive so far.
And so far, so good. Honestly, great 3 rounds from VanirQuick at the moment. Just taking it by the storms. Few times where it looked like, okay, this could be a bit messy. Ended up going in their favor, but let's see how well they can continue from here now on. The Banana is going to be smoked from CT. Beautiful, that one. They're going to be trying to rush out through. The boost is going to happen. Are they going to be able to spot False? False is going to be backing down to side. He's not too sure about going for it. But now Netar could be in a problem. He's standing nearby the sandbags. Can he find someone? So far, no, because they are going to rotate. When I go towards the taste side, Benji hears them. Molly, one is going to go through. Sagoy needs to be careful. He knows one is crossed. Oh, he does not know. Sugar Daddy is going to be able to get one. Open this round now for Highscore, but 2 are going to go down by Benji. Benji, can you find some more? No, you cannot. It's going to be Benji down after getting 2k. Beautiful play from him. Netar close. Now Sugar Daddy is going to get the second. Can he find the third? No. Netar and Flix are going to be able to get some more, and Basse is the only one remaining, and Flix is going to be able to get it through smoke, and that's going to be a 4-0 for VanirQuick.
Yeah, it's a beautiful start. That's a great hold there from Benji. Let's Sugar Daddy, I believe, get away with a little bit too much towards Pit, but the 2-piece does enough to allow for his teammates to flood back in. Flixer and Netar combining onto the final 2. And Flixer actually gets the 2-piece in that round, gets himself on the board with an impactful double. On the other side, it's a nice rush from Highscore there. Sugar Daddy finding an opening and getting the upgrade onto the AK, gets them into that site with Basse finding a Tech 9 push onto Benji too, but it's not quite enough. I believe they got the plant down, so they'll be happy about that one money-wise. They can buy into this one very comfortably, but a 4-0 start for VQ. The snowball has already begun, already started mounting. And what's that? Oh, that's a really nice lineup. That smoke's bottom mid from the start of the round. It's an opening controller as they molly a little bit higher up. So the T's have to make a choice if they want to push through that smoke or if they want to give up banana control early. They spam from util to try and take a little bit back, but look at all the control that VanirQuick have. 3 players towards B, 1's rotating away because there's the fear now that it's going to engage towards A, but Apps is occupied by 2 counter-terrorists. Benji, and to go. Benji's going to flash for his teammate. Behind him, is there an engagement? There is. Helzerk, sorry, brought down low, not Helzerk, that'd be crazy. But Segoy also taking a lot of damage, so It's a relatively neutral fight there. Information grab for the CD, so that rotation comes through with an extra player. The spam through this wall isn't quite going to land. Benji also bought low. Sugar and Bessa taking damage too. So a lot of chip on both sides. Lots of players vulnerable to a little bit more aggression. But the pace has slowed a bit. The smoke comes towards deep long, blocking off the library angle, blocking off the arch angle. Cole's having to swing into this, finds the head of Betan, but Betan finds his head back, and the gun advantage provides value. The AK outmatching the M4 there, and look at all the damage that Highscore have taken, yet they've taken no deaths. And VQ aren't much healthier with the remaining players. It's falling towards that B site, it's falling towards Netar. Has to go big, so spam from his teammate Flixer, delaying that push a little bit, but he's not actually coming through with that smoke. He's so wary of the arch push. But there's some more noise, some more spam. The smoke is faded, they're going to re-smoke. And then Molly comes through onto Netar, who's going to go down. Flixer finds one, finds a second, finds a third. Flixer going huge, keeps around within the hands of VQ, but Slegger onto him. Doesn't allow too much out of hand. That's a whiffy shot from Hellzerg. Benji's going to take it for free. And now, with the time done, I didn't even clock that one. That's going to go the way of VQ.
Oh, it's a great run coming in here from VanirQuick. It was a little bit too messy from both sides. And then with 6 seconds just now entering the B side, that was a little bit too late. They were hoping that they can find some frags, try to shut down VanirQuick's team, but that is just not going to happen. No matter what you do, they somehow outsmart you every single time. Flixer now needs to be careful. There's one mid towards Banana. He does see him, and there we go. Sugar Daddy is gonna fall. There's a second coming in for him, and that's gonna go down. And Benji now with the 2K revenging the death of Flixer. He's definitely on a spree right now. Benji is gonna be shut down now by Basse, but now they have to try their best. Only 2 players are alive, but on the other hand, you only have 3 players on VanirQuick's side. So this kind of seems like still open, but Sagoy needs to be careful, and he is going to be able to get one and then back away. Slegga going in to short, trying to find Sagoy, but that's just not going to happen. Not as of right now. He has to be careful. If there was no smoke force, would have just easily gotten there, but Slegga taking it so carefully. Sagoy already expecting him on short. 45 seconds on the clock. He has time, but he does not have teammates, and he's going to be able to get one. Now, only 2 players are on VanirQuick. Is this the round for Highscore? They know that it's planting. Slegga is going to be able to get the plant down. Going to get that bonus cash, so he's going to like it. False. Good job, False. Almost pulling yourself and the teammate. Going to go into the side. Have to be careful. Not going to be able to hit one. Slegga, can he find one? No, he cannot. He's going to be shut down by False, and that is going to be a defuse coming in from Netar, and that's going to be a 6-0. So far, flawless. 6 rounds in a row, not letting Highscore, even when they get so close, just not letting them grab the opportunity to get even 1 round, and that is the beauty of VanirQuick. So, if we're counting the last map that they played a few days ago, that's going to be 19-0 in the rounds. And it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, also the second half of the map before the 13-0 went, I believe they only lost 1 round in that one, so the snowball is continuing from the prior series. It's a really nice clutch attempt there. That first kill was found beautifully, taking such little damage, and when the molly misses, you think he's got a little bit of an opportunity, but the flash comes through and he completely loses awareness of where he is positioned within that smoke, and ends up falling to the 2 players of VanirQuick, who, yeah, as you said, find themselves up to 6 with a flawless start to this half. And at the very least, no matter what happens from here, they've got an equal half. They've got a 6-6 score at the minimum, and they'll be looking to push it as far as possible, as there is 3 players, kind of 4 towards Banana, 1 dropping deep into T, but False is going to grab the first. Traded out by Hellzerg pretty instantly, and Slegger spams through Flixer, but they're not going to check this corner. The sandbag bait is beautiful, but he's not going to get the 2. Is he? There he is. Netar for 2 in the end. The spray's a little bit ugly, so he can only extend that far. No third found, as the first wasn't clean enough, but the bait and switch works well enough as we find ourselves on a TV2, which has so far gone the way of VQ. Every single time it's come up, the position in apps is so nice for Sagoy. But Betan's found himself all the way into pit, and he's flipped the site. And he's found the head. It's all on Benji, the star performer so far. 11 and 3, looking to find that 13th. Could he be brought down to 4 instead? Betan and Besser on 3 kills apiece. One in pit, one tucked into sight. The first engagement, the spot comes through from Benji, but played well by the T as he doesn't give up too much. And Molly's to play some time. The swing could be coming through there. Might give an opportunity here to Benji, who's got Molly of his own. Takes down that pit player, swings wide, but gets away from the crosshair of Benji. He can't find anything here. The headshot comes through the spray, not quite going to land. Down to 2 HP as Basser. Benji's so close on that clutch. But in the end, the trade comes through and Highscore found the first round on the board. That's Highscore 1.
It was so close, yet so far. Being able to just try and transfer the spray as much as possible. So close, he could have gotten it, but nevertheless, they're still having a great time. That he was a little bit, you know, again, it's so messy coming in from Highscore, but now it did go into their favor. But how well can they play right now? How well can they try to now use at least that one round to try? And now, you know, falls. Okay, I wanted to say, oh, I say he's gonna be able to trade him now, but there's already 2 men down for the likes of Highscore, which you are not liking. But honestly, I was trying to. Oh, Beton is gonna be able to find Segoy off guard. That's
Yeah,
just
but seems to
opening.
go deep in second. I think he's played the apps position quite a lot, and this time I think he's not found much contact. Very rarely have they had many players towards there, at least to his knowledge, right? At the extent to which he's pushed. So there he takes a little bit of liberty and walks down and gets caught, and that opens up the B push. As it's all in Netar's hands. Doesn't have a smoke. He does have a smoke, sorry, he can drop it on the contact, but they're gonna be ahead of it. So he has to back away. Plant is in. We have 2 players towards church, but it's actually a rotation through mid, so nothing from Banana, which is currently being checked on by Sugar Daddy. How long does he wait? Not very long. He's given up that angle already, which means 3 players can hold this B side. The angle not going to be expected by Netar. Can he find the shot? No, it's Betan who bests him. And there's Betan for another on that Galil. 3-piece. And the Famous of Benji finds 1, finds 2, but the time's 2 gone. And Basser closes it. Once again, winning that 1v1 duel with Benji to close out the round, to finalize another round on the board for Highscore. It's a really nice attempt once more from, once again, that star performing CT, but not quite gonna pull it through.
That's 2 good runs coming in from Highscore. Being able to spot Segoy in apps, that just opened a way where VanirQuick wasn't even sure if they're gonna go with 2 on A, as only Netar was close to B. Now they are gonna go straight onto that B side, gonna rush through Banana. No players from VanirQuick is there, and they don't know that because how would they? No one made any sounds. They're still waiting so patiently, but that is not gonna work the best for VanirQuick, as Betan is slowly gonna enter the site, and they're gonna realize that no one is there. They're stacking on A side, and that, for the first time, did not work out well for them. They had to they had to play safe. I mean, it was just, it's a gamble. Go onto that either on A or B side, and then see where the other team is gonna go. And well, sadly for them, it's gonna be the other side. But maybe trying to spot at least one, try to get a kill, try to get a gun out of there. But it's gonna be a hard thing to do, as Sugar Daddy is looking over towards that Banana, wanting to spot at least one. It definitely is. Just have to be accurate as much as you can, but that AK is gonna be doing wonders. As soon as it sees you, you're gonna go down to 31 HP. Just need to back out. But this could be a good thing. Betan, is he gonna expect? Seems like he will, and that he will. They are gonna be able to get 2, 3 even. And VanirQuick tried to gamble, didn't work out for them, but it should be a 4th round now. They just needed to save, you know, losing 2 rounds in a row just put them in an awkward position where they had to save, they had to go for the eco. Didn't work out the best for them, as they didn't get the site right. So now everything is still open. It's 6-3. There's still 3 more rounds to play for. And VanirQuick, when they have a full buy, it's always a great thing to check how well they can perform from there. So let's see what they will do now, as they're gonna go two towards that banana. Smoke is gonna go down.
Oh,
Netar
what a nade.
not wanting to rush, but False is already down to 28 HP. They are so cautious right now, but that is so much damage on Netar and False already so quickly into the round that it could be a bad spot for him.
Yeah, it's the only thing they're missing right now is a Flicks AWP, but okay, False is down to 2 HP. He's got to give this up at some point. The spam can't come through from an A4 anymore. You give up too many traces, the AK can just match it. He's still making audibles though. He's playing a bit of a risky position there, but he is going to eventually back away, give up that control alongside Netar. And it's not quite the right call that they're making, but they have to play safer now that he's so low. Util's a little bit limited at this point in the round. They have a lot on Benji, but other than that, it's pretty small margins. Flicks are looking for the first, but Betan gets away from it, holding on to the Mac 10 from prior, which got him 2 kills towards the end. So he's got a lot of money. He flashes himself and then flashes Segoy in the end. So 1 for 1, it's an even score there. The MP7 actually from Hellzerk into Apps is looking to get an engagement. It's a nice flash there from Segoy. He does take a blind also at the same time. The spam comes through. Betan, half HP from Flicks with M4. So low are the players, and there's Benji and Segoy. And it's beautiful work. Segoy finds 2 alongside Benji. Slegger with the trade, but Segoy on the 3rd finds Besset in the end. The last player alive in so many of these rounds ends up falling to the 4 players of VQ left standing. There was no way through for him, and they have prevented any counter momentum from Highscore, who looked to be getting back into this game quite heavy-handedly, but only 3 rounds. It's not comfortable yet. They'd want to get 4. They want to get ideally 5 right in this position, but VanirQuick looking to put themselves up to a 9-3 half if possible. The buy on Highscore is now better than it was in the prior round with those 5 AKs on the board, no MP7, no Mac 10, and their money's not great. Like if they lose here with minimal loss bonus, it could really spell a 9-3, so this round feels crucial. Flicks is upgraded to an AK. Netar's on an MP9, which is not ideal, but towards Banana can definitely do a lot of work. The nade going to chip down Betan as well, making him a little bit of an easier target for their SMG. But it's just those warning shots, just the hopeful aggression. There's 2 players now tucked on this half wall, 1 either side. The flash comes through, it's beautiful work, but the headshot from Betan finds him, not checked on that close corner. He's going to swing wide. False's spray is good for 1, but a little bit too slow means he can't adjust for Basso, who gets that fast trade, and now it's advantage. Highscore on the round, they really needed it. Oh, Hellzerk has lurked up perhaps on the timing. Segoy has been pulled away due to the damage. If he goes, he's going to hear the steps. Segoy has got to check on it. He's aware the player could be there and not going to spot the head. It's so tentative. That engagement, look at where he's postured towards. Hellzerk just waiting to see if a head pops out of pit. It's actually a nice fight from Benji. 2, 3, and Segoy's going to win that fight. The balcony engagement comes through eventually. Hellzerk, who had such a nice timing, can't grab anything because Benji swung wide. He's up to 20 kills in 1 half. What a performance. He is a real star.
It's definitely beautiful to see the way that Benji has been playing. And you have to just sit and admire it. It's a beautiful coming in from him. 20-7 kills. That is huge. Absolutely huge, but this is still not over. It's just the first half, and he is just getting warmed up. It's absolutely beautiful to see, but now Benji has to be careful. At least 3 on mid and second mid, so really have to play it safe. Benji is gonna spot, but gonna back away just for a second.
He's so confident. Like, there was a millisecond kill he wanted to grab there if he saw anything. Obviously, no string comes through, but I really would have backed him to get it the way he's playing right now. It's not even just his aim right now, though. It's just he's so aware of the timings he can grab. That first find in the prior round was on a player with a back turned, which allowed that second spray so easily, and then he wins up that 3rd duel by mechanical prowess. So, of course, aim is important, but in a game like this, and at a level this high, it's about Benji's salience of the state of the board. He's playing chess in this situation, but this time it's a little bit aggressive. That flash is perfect if it doesn't quite blind his teammate, but unfortunately the white screen comes through and he can't land that shot onto the player with his hand held high. But the engagement is still going to come towards A, and the stack is right here for VQ. They have 3 here and only 2 on B, but 4 of the T's do present a man advantage for this engagement. To go up to balcony, he has to be a little bit wary of the T who's sitting behind it. It's once again Slegger. with the Tech 9. Found some value earlier on with that gun. Sugar Daddy, his most impactful kills came with that as well. Looking to enter the site. Benji's good for the first. Trade out instantly, but Segoy wins that back in the duel. There it is. Spectre in the site. Cold Zero grabs 2, and Hellzerk with the trade keeps it in the opportunity for Highscore. And is a little bit ahead of the curve. It's the library swing from False. He's not quite with his teammate, so has to back off here. And here comes Netar. Kit's on the board, so time. And Hellzerk's only found 2. It's a little bit of a struggle for this player playing towards Pit. He's not had the best of halves, but this could be real impact. And he's found the first. False not checking. No damage taken, and it's headshot precision from Hellzerk back on the board with a 3-piece. An 8-4 is definitely a doable half. It's workable for Highscore with this pistol round on CT side. On the other side, Benji and False looking good, looking to grab it in their hands. So the T pistol with control could lend them this map win, but from a 6-0 start, Highscore will definitely be happy with an 8-4 half.
It's a good from both sides. We just need to switch, wait for the switch. But 8th round secured as CT is going to be a good option from them to just play the T side. It could get wrong so easily. We know how it is. It's always a coin flip when you're playing Inferno. It's either to rush Banana or try to go through apps, and a lot of times that just doesn't work. You know, CT, so many utils are always being thrown at the Banana, so you have to definitely be careful. But let's see how well they can perform now on T side. So far, the gameplay has been looking really good, but they have to be really careful now. The dual Berettas is going to be waiting on Banana. Hellzerk is not going to be able to hit False for much. Only 13 HP, taking it away from him. Taking it so slow. This is already what we haven't seen from VanirQuick. You know, they try to be as much as possible on Banana, trying to find at least one frag, but on Highscore, they shot, they knew that there was at least one person, and immediately backing away. That is interesting tactics from them. Is it going to be able to work? The smoke is going to come through to deny them entering the site. There's a lot of time still on the clock, so they have time to play with. The Slega is gonna be going towards that B side. They are slowly rotating back. Whole VanirQuick team is there. The smokes are gonna come through. 2 smokes are gonna be placed down perfectly, but now they have to play it perfectly as well. Are they gonna be able to find one? Entering the site. They already know where at least one player is, and Segoy and Netar are gonna be able to clear it away. Graveyard, there is Slega, so they have to be careful there. 2 players on CT spawn. They have to take it so carefully here, because it could go wrong so easily. That USP is lethal in the first round, but Benji is gonna show us why it is lethal. Slega is gonna be able to trade Flixa, but now False taking it out. Only Sugar Daddy is gonna be alive against 3 players of VanirQuick, and the time is slowly running out. He does not have Kit. He's gonna be able to get one, but Segoy is definitely trading that, and that's gonna be a 9th for VanirQuick. Great round.
It's a very nice attempt there from Sugar Daddy in the end, but not going to be enough. And having those Julies upgraded towards that church position is such a difficult task for the CTs to push through on that retake. You saw one player fall just to the instant headshot from the double pistol. It's a great round from VQ, who are going to call a timeout here. I am not quite sure what the plan is with this one. Maybe just wanting to discuss what the plan is for this T side, not let it get out of hand. And yeah, so it's a good job overall. You're right, they spotted that player towards Dark instantly, and then there was a player towards the back box of Quad as well, who ended up swinging wide and getting his head taken clean off. It's a double entry that really set them up for success, and despite a nice attempted retake, it wasn't quite enough in a 1v3 especially. It's just so unbelievably difficult with no kit, no smoke, nothing to really work with, and a perfect crossfire there for VQ, playing off the contact of the known quantity, right? They know the players towards Church, they know the CTs towards Church do the Ts, and sorry, the other way around. The CTs know that the T players towards Church, and allowing him to take the first engagement and swing off his contact is the right way forward, and that's what closes out that round for them in nice style. The nade towards Banana, looking to get any damage, but obviously nothing found there, as we see on the minimap that the CTs are playing a much more passive line here. They have, very interestingly, forced into this. So they're going to be broke if they lose. The MP9s can do a lot of damage, but 5.7s and Deagle can be a little bit harder to work with in situations, especially when you're getting swung by SMGs, Mac 10s, MP5s. They're going to jump around those corners, and it's very difficult to track with single shot guns. And 2 players towards B, the 3 towards A are stalwart in their positions, not moving at all because it's quiet contact and they've not got any information due to the passive lines they're playing. The smoke comes through, and VQ could opt to push through it, but I think they're just going to wait for it. And that's the call they make, so the rotation can come through. No, here it comes, the first found. There's a trade, but it's an instant advantage here for VQ of taking the B site, cleared every angle, spamming through church, going to find nothing because there's no CTs near. It's the closest player off Betan with that Eagle, but smoked off, and the spam won't really land him anything if he opts to go for it. Instead, he's just hoping for some aggression towards church, hoping for a mistake for VQ, but it's looking like a save has been called, looking to hold on to those very limited guns.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that they can do is try and wait for someone to rush through CT after the bomb does explode. Well, as the bomb is going to explode, but they are not taking any chances. They are going to go towards Banana. They want to save as much as possible. Base is going to be waiting there patiently, but no one is going to come through. That's going to be almost flawless round. Only False is going to be down from VanirQuick side, which is a huge work from them, managing to just use the guns absolutely right, trying to just do everything perfectly, and it did work out for them. It felt like it could be, you know, a little bit of a bad spot with I think it was what was this, Lego or Hellzerg that was waiting on the box there. Could get some more, but didn't manage to do anything but get falls down, and that's going to be the only thing that they can do. Now, yet again, you're having only 3 pistols, you don't have money, it's 4-10. VanirQuick is slowly looking to take over, well, not take over, but finish the map. But you have to be careful, Netar, the only player on B, is going to be able to get the opening frag, and he's just going to back away.
That was such a nice shot with the Mac 10. It was laser beamed on his head. And the Utah's going to come through towards long, smoking it off, so they're going to opt to go towards short, I believe, unless they pop through that smoke, which would be a crazy call to make. But yeah, you're right. It's just a couple pistols left. There's 1 MP9 on Bassa. But it's difficult to get too much work out of that. They have brought down to a decent level to where they can afford to buy into the next with the lost bonus, I believe. But still, you'd like to get this round if you're high score. It's very important that you start your CT side with something earlier than you did on your T side, but Benji's going to win that fight out on Bassa, and there's 2 players now for VQ who have taken a decent chunk of damage, Benji especially, but I mean, it makes those pistols a bit more lethal, but it's not going to, I don't think, be quite enough unless it's a real blunder from VQ. Now against only pistols with an AK Galil, 3 Mac 10s, this 5.7 could find something here. Sega holding towards the balcony, but if he times his back at the wrong time, he could be blown clean off. The jump wide with the Mac 10, the flash comes through. Slega brought down. Now in the site, just Sugar Daddy, and it's Betan playing solo B, who's going to have to, once again, I think, save his Deagle. There's 2 rounds in a row that he's been left last, well, one of the few players alive. Picks up an MP9, so he gets a little bit of an upgrade, but no, you're not exactly jumping for joy if you're high score.
You're definitely not. It's going to be a flawless round coming in from VanirQuick. You know, all 5 players are alive, even though Benji and Netar felt like they could go down. It's just not going to be able to happen. But now there could be a fight coming in here, and that's going to be from Flix. Still going to continue with the flawless round. There, he's not even going to take any damage, and he's going to be able to secure the 11th for VanirQuick, looking to just close it off as soon as possible. Even though this was Highscore's map of choice, they are not having a say in what they can do here because they are just the side character at the moment, and it's a beautiful thing to see from VanirQuick. Just oh, that wasn't meant to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that could actually be impactful, right? The buy is better for high score, and that headshot coming through means Segoy's dead to 1 bullet from an M4. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully he can just swing through and kill 3, right? But it could be a little bit dangerous there. Taking an extra chunk of damage at the start of the round is never fun, but it looks like they might go for a bit of an apps pop here. They have 3 players shoot up towards this angle with 2 of them holding SMGs. That MP9 upgraded, stolen from the CT hands. And if they flash through the molly as well, and the nade, there it comes. Benji shooting it over. Full blind is that CT. Slegger brought down. There's player towards long. Betan finds one, and the rotation has come through. Basset can't quite land it cleanly, but forces the player in. Netar then takes out Betan, so it's just a player on site, mollied out and flashed off. He's going to stay burning alive. Does find one in the end, but False trades him out as Netar gets a second onto Sugar Daddy. And it's just Hellzerk left in a 1v3. HP is low for Segoy and Netar. Segoy's actually taken more damage still from his teammate than he has from the opposition in this round, I believe. Actually, I think I tell a lie. He took 23. No, I do not tell a lie. He took 33. I can do maths. Yeah, Hellzerk, I think, is actually opting to play exits here. Or maybe he's hoping they push him and then he can go for the retake. I don't know. He doesn't have a kit. I think he's just playing for exits and hoping that they can go flawless from 12, which is not ideal. It's not a great place to be.
He's definitely just waiting for it, but are they gonna give him that? Yes, they will. One is gonna go down. Hellzerk is gonna back away. He needs to save that. He needs to save that M4 at least, and he's gonna be able to do so. Pulse is gonna stay on side, and oh well, no, Hellzerk actually died.
Oh no! Oh dear. That's so dangerous, right? Segoy doing enough damage with that M4 means they have nothing to show for that round. They do invest an M4 back in, but look, one of those players is down to an MP7, so Slegger not going to be able to play on that rifle. And on the other side, look how much money they have as well. VanirQuick have 12 rounds. They have however many, 8 opportunities to close this out, and with such a rich bank, it's so difficult here for Highscore, because if they win a round here, right, but lose too many players, they're going to lose their loss bonus, and the reinvestment's going to really struggle. So they have to win this round pretty much flawlessly if they want a chance in this game.
I mean, are they going to be
a lot of damage early? Does give them the opportunity, right? And the swing comes through on Banana, but no kills found. Sugar Daddy, and then in the end takes down False. The flash behind Netar goes to the swing, but Hellzerk with the XM gets one. Traded out though by Benji and Flixer, who have taken control of Banana. It's the CT of Betan rotating through the smoke, floats through, takes down Flixer early, and they're still going to commit to this aggression of VanirQuick. Damage has been done. It's still technically a 2v1 on this site. There's only one CT who's rotated through. But support is coming through from Betan now. Up that headshot angle. Betan's not even going to go for a shot there. And Segoy's found a freebie, and they've opened up the site. It's now a retake onto B. Notoriously difficult, but Bess is going to make it easier with the shot through the smoke onto Segoy. Now Benji, been a little bit slower on the T side, but that's only because he was astronomically quick when he was on the CT side. So still feeling good in this game so far. He's the one left in the clutch. 25 kills right now. Could go up to 27 if he lands it cleanly, but those first engagements don't go his way. They know his position. The nade comes through. Down to 9 HP is Benji, and he's going to get jumped by Slegger. And they are going to get the defuse, I think just about, actually. With no kit. The time... Wait a second. No, he's got it. Just about. Oh my goodness. I heard the music, but I wasn't quite sure when the tap came before it. But they won the round, but damage has been done. So yeah, that reinvestment isn't going to be super clean. They'll have M4s, but the utility is going to be a little bit dry. But they stay alive.
I have to tell you one thing. In CS2, they made it a little bit awkward. And the one thing that it is that music, I'm not sure if it plays a little bit after
I think
the 10-second
timer.
timer.
It's like 9.8 seconds or something.
It is so wrong that they've done that, but hey, what can we do here? Valve is just false. Okay, then. Okay, it seems like he is 65 HP brought down. Someone else is firing on themselves. Sugar Daddy already down to 63. This could be a huge opening from Netar if he spots him. Taking it so slow, it's not going to be able to find anything. Hellzerk is still going to be there trying. Oh, Hellzerk was about to go for it, but he decided to back away. And now VanirQuick looking to go towards A side. Still unsure. There's still 2 players on Banana. Just taking it so slow. But they also have to do so. You know, Netar already down to 67 HP, falls to 61. They have to play a little bit more careful, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. On only 2 players now on A side. This could be absolutely lethal when it comes to it. And falls. That was a nice jump.
Lovely silent jump. I feel like Pizza got listening to that one. Because of the noise. Anyway, coming into this engagement, they've smoked towards long, so there's a CT spamming through with the M4, but no damage coming through. Players stuck behind the wall, and the counter spam onto Betan brings them down to 67 health. But Hellzak onto Netar finds a player looking towards B, and now stuck in this molly. The T's have to push forward. Benji's found the first. This site is so reinforced. Falso grabs a teammate in the meantime, but finds a two-piece Sugar Daddy though through the smoke, takes down False and Flixer. I don't know really what happened there.
Well, I don't think you would really love to, shoot your own teammate down on a match point. But that's what happened. That's why you don't walk in front of a gun. It's a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Oh my god. Sorry, a little peek behind the curtain here. I need the toilet, guys. And I've complained about the fact VQ just lost that round, and Pizza Gut has replied by saying they broke the Mirage curse and gave you the wet Sam curse. Betan's got the opening with the orb. I'm wet apparently. Betan's making me wet, I guess. With a great opening pick. Benji, the star of the show right now, 26 kills brought down instantly, so I mean the KD's sticking on 2, but not gonna go much higher than that right now, and the Tech 9 on Sugoi means he can grab that full on AK and get up to 4 rifles. So I mean, still very opportunistic here for VanirQuick. There's a world in which they can close this one out, but Highscore, with every round, will feel a little bit more confident, and with every round, VanirQuick will feel a little bit more stumped. So it becomes easier and easier for the CTs as this map extends. And I mean, that opening pick only makes that life a bit more simpler. The smoke coming towards CT here. Actually, it's a flash. It pops high. Sugoi sees the player full right, but behind the fountain, he's going to survive early, but in the end, he falls. Sugar Daddy, though, instant trade, but with flash in hand and no smoke to cover for it. It's an easy find for False. Keeps it into 3v3, and Plant will come down at some point. Slugger's taking a lot of damage to the smoke, and here it is. The molly, though, is going to force him back away, utilizing some of that chip. The Hawp is looking for spam onto the open plant, not quite going to land it, and the nade comes through, does some nice damage to Betan as well, so everyone's getting picked down a little bit. False the first to fall, though, as his retake comes through. Bassett with the opener, the molly's going to force him back away, but Slager onto Flixer puts Netar into a 1v3 situation, and they know his position due to the usage of the Molotov earlier. The flash comes through, full white on Netar in the smoke. They can just look to spam him down. The jump up onto the box isn't going to be heard. The time is getting low as well. The smoke fades. Finds one. Oh, can he get the diffuser? No, it's Betan with the USP onto his head, and that's going to be 7 for Highscore.
You know what? They're not allowing you to take a break at all. So just you gotta stick through it. It's gonna be an overtime. It's gonna be like 4 overtimes now. Don't worry about it. No, it's still a match point. They're still having a comfortable lead. So a few rounds going in favor of Highscore, but every single time only 2 players have been alive on the side of Highscore, so not looking too comfortable when it comes to it, but they are getting the job done. But can they continue with that? They're going to be just a lot of nades going to go mid, and that's going to be a huge chunk of health from 3 players. Going to continue trying to just, force it out. It's a Nico. It's just trying to get at least 1 kill. Also going to be able to find one. Can they find some more? There's only 4 people remaining, but look at the False health. Look at they barely have 100 health combined, so they have to be careful. But it's still 3 players on the board for VanirQuick, as they are going to go into abs, trying to find someone. There's going to be Sliga waiting in pit, just waiting for someone to peek that corner. Now, Hellzak did see False immediately, and it's going to be jumped onto the side. Sugoi, no idea that there was one of the players in the pit, and that's going to be a good run from Highscore. Only Base is going to go down. 4 players have remained alive on Highscore side, and VanirQuick now with the full buy, looking to close this one off, and that's exactly what should be done, because if you fall a little bit more down, it's going to be uncomfortable. So how well they can perform here, they have to see for themselves. 3 players are going to go towards Banana. Now, but VanirQuick, they have to take it a little bit more cautiously, because they have died so many times on so many wrong occasions, like not even should be dead. But let's see how well they can play. They still look towards both sides, not wanting to take any chances of just rushing out and dying immediately. Molly is going to be thrown on B, but they have to be careful as Basse is waiting there so patiently. False is going to just get that 16 HP taken away from him, peeking together. They have to be careful. Smoke is on long, so that's going to be a little bit better, but now... Oh,
Ooh.
Benji is going to be able to find the first one, and this could open everything for VanirQuick, but they have to be so careful. Right now, Sagoi is there. Sagoi sees... Sagoi sees Beton, gonna get him down low. 70 HP has been taken away, but Slega is gonna take Benji down. Looking to push some more, but they know that there's at least one of the VQ members there.
Look at Netar. Oh, never mind. Don't look at Netar. He's dead. But now they're going to commit to B, and there's a player on the top of box in Church. Fixer takes him down in the end, but now in a 1v3 situation with such low HP, it's kind of impossible for the remaining T. And despite opening engagements going nowhere for VanirQuick, in the end it falls to Highscore. Who've got themselves up to 9, and the swing's going to come through post plant. Flixer gets away, 8 HP remaining though. This is going to be a perfect clutch if he wants to win this. The full white is down onto the CT, and it's his head that's taken off, and that's going to be 9 on the board for Highscore. They're making it way too uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable right now, but I think VanirQuick feel a little bit stuck right now. They're playing very slow. They're looking for any opening picks, and even when they find it, they can't quite snowball it into a round win. And once again, the buy is just about coming through, but the loss bonus is so stacked up for VQ that they can just kind of invest into every single round from now on.
Well, I mean, this is not something that we've expected when we started watching and seeing that 6 when at the beginning. It felt like, okay, this is going to be taken by storm, but then going to fall down a little bit harder than you'd expect, and just look at the buy from VanirQuick, 4 AKs on the Mac 10, trying to get the job done, but are they going to be able to do so? 2 players are still on A long, 1 short, looking to go towards the taps. He is in apps, but now Sagoi needs to be careful as he has no idea where any of the players are. Hearing shots now, this could be interesting, but look where Netar is standing. It's a little bit of a comfortable situation for him. Slega, oh no, not that corner, not that corner. I hate that one. Blixen needs to be careful. The smoke is relatively new, so there's going to be like 10 seconds until that disappears. And they found the first one. Beton is going to go down, 91 HP already taken away from him, but Slega is going to be the first one to find one, and he's going to be traded immediately by like False. Are they going to be able to find some more? There is Basse waiting on you, but now Beton is going to go down. So will Basse, and that is quite literally an open one for VanirQuick to take it down. It's 4 members of VanirQuick that are still alive against 2 of the Highscore members, and they have to try their best now to take all 4 down and defuse in time. But are you gonna have time if you're taking this slowly? Sugar Daddy looking to speed things up.
Smoke. You've got to, oh, that's not the way to use it though. You've got to use it a little bit more alongside your teammate, because it's going to blind no one who's there just playing safe towards the pit, and no one's sight. It's unwinnable as the guy takes down 2. VanirQuick 39, and I mean Benji with a great performance, but a little bit stumped on the T side, was he? So it was the rest of the players to really bring it through in the end. False and Sagoi, Flixer and Netar are all doing their jobs to perfection in the end. 13-9. It's a good performance there from VanirQuick. A nice attempt from Highscore on the comeback. And you're going to see my face for like genuinely 10 seconds because I am bouncing with bladder. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll come back with Nuke, maybe a little bit before then. See you guys. Hello, and welcome back to VanirQuick. After what could have been a scary map one, but closed out in the end by VQ, following a very strong start on Inferno 6-0 to open the CT, ending with I believe, an 8-4 half, and then closing out 12-4, ends at, I want to call it 13-9. And I mean, it's a victory in the end, and a very good one at that, moving into a map that VQ are definitely strong on, heading towards Nuke. I'm feeling confident about them being able to close it out on their preferred pick.
I mean, you absolutely have to be, because it's Nuke, 100% win rate, looking to continue that way as well. As it's been pretty good, but at the same time they're standing on T side, so I'm not too certain about it. The T side, one day it will look good, one day it will look a little bit worse. So we'll have to see how they start with the T side. Sometimes they're too aggressive, sometimes it's just not going their way. So we'll definitely gonna have to see, because I would say like we could analyze the first time they played Nuke, but it finished 13-1. We didn't have anything to do from the second when they switched into the second half. So the only thing that we could do is, again, like in the second or third round, I think it was against the Fury when it was 13-7 on Nuke. That's the only time we could actually analyze it a little bit more, but they're also a little bit more aggressive than they wanted to, losing their heads a little bit, but then being able to come back. But now that I think that they are pretty confident in what they can do, and just gonna be taking it by storm, trying to close it off as soon as possible and not go into that mirage, because it's mirage. We're not really too keen on it, are we?
Yeah, I mean, we like Mirage more now, following the break of the curse. But in terms of the actual interest of the map, it's not the most engaging at the best of times. But I mean, it'd be awesome if they could close it out towards Nuke and not have to get there. But if they do have to go there, I'm not feeling too stressed about the lack of victory at the very least. Right? It's definitely still in a winnable position. But I think I'm confident. I mean, you're right. The T side is more variable, and we haven't seen the most of it. We saw them struggle a little bit last game, I think it was. But before that, it was, I mean, one round. But their Nuke understanding, especially once they move over to the CT side, is so strong that as long as they get like, I honestly think they need like genuine like 4 rounds, and that should be good to bring them through on the flip side.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Like, we've seen that Highscore isn't really the best of the teams, so maybe there's still a little bit of room to play around, because wait, Highscore also has 100% win rate on Nuke, because the
Yeah,
one time that they
one game, yeah.
I was about to say that, and it was +9, so it finished like what, 13-4, it seemed like.
Yeah. Like their nuke is good, but it was against the team who were currently saying 0-5 in the league, so it's hard to really say if that was a nuke diff or just kind of team diff in general. But
You
I mean,
know
they showed
what?
some good things out on Inferno, right? They came back into it very close, despite, I mean, starting down 0-6 and then being down 12-4. Like both situations here were not comfortable, but they brought it back to a very winnable position. So feeling very decent about their potential, like ability to close things out, right? They're definitely within range, but it's, I don't know. It's going to be important that they close out this fifth round, as it's VanirQuick on the T side versus Highscore on the CTs, getting into this one. We'll see where they posture towards. It's outside that's looking like the heavier hit.
Oh,
and that's a beautiful start. Flixer with a perfect one tap onto Sugar Daddy there, and looking for a second one towards this top heaven position. Betan takes a dink as well. Flixer is looking ever precise. A wonderful start for a wonderful player. And they're going to go towards this team. That's A ramp as well. And I mean, sorry, this A site. And they open it up. See, it takes down Hellzerk actually, and gets punished by False for doing that. And that's going to be round 1 for VanirQuick. And yeah, what a beautiful start. What a perfect position.
wait. Am I tripping? Flexer has 2 kills. False has 2 kills. Was that an own kill?
Huh? Yeah. It was Basir who
Okay.
killed his teammate.
I was just like, I'm looking at it being like, okay, wait, something's wrong here. Okay,
Yeah, no, it
glad we
was.
got that one out of it. But let's see. I mean, honestly, the first round, absolutely beautiful coming in here. But now Baton needs to back away from that main, needs to find a better position. Look how many players are in B. They took the risk of going towards that B side, thinking that maybe it's gonna work better for them, but it definitely did not work, and they have to be careful. Heaven here, Baton is still on that Heaven, looking to do anything here, but that smoke is gonna make him back away at least for now, trying to spot at least anyone to try and get himself a free frag, and maybe even again with it, but that is not gonna happen. VanirQuick playing it so slowly, gonna be taking what it seems like a second round in a row, and that is a beautiful start that you want to have as T on nuke. But now this could be a little bit uncomfortable. No, they're gonna be able to get away from it, but now Benji is gonna break Slega, and Sugar Daddy is gonna go down, and only Netar is gonna be taken down by the C4 itself. But for Highscore, they took the risk trying to go towards the B side, and it just did not work in their favor whatsoever. So 2-0 for VanirQuick, looking really good. Netar a little bit uncomfortable by dying there to C4, and that's the only person to die in VanirQuick's on VanirQuick's side. So they have to be a little bit more careful, but I don't think they're really caring about now. Highscore does have the full buy. They're gonna be trying to do so much better. But can you do it against a team like VanirQuick when they start playing like this? It just feels like it's a game over.
They're opting against saving for Thorpe. They've got full investments with the M4, so maybe not having a distinct Orca, but it can be so powerful on nuke, but so can this main position. Sugar Daddy finding Netar, who's now 0-2. It's been a slow start, but I mean, it's only 3 rounds in. And the only player to fall to that bomb, as you mentioned earlier, Flixer, here's all this time towards Ventus. The guy's found Slegger. It's a nice position for Flixer to find himself in. Is he going to spot it on though? That jiggle's going to be seen. Surely the shadow noted, and the engagement comes through the way of Flixer. Wins out that first fight, but going to get the info where Hellzuck is. It doesn't matter because he's good for 2. Is he good for 3? Not quite landing it. False with a nice trade. Look how fast they are down. The pinch is going to come through. And back turn False is going to be punished down by Basser, and that's a round on the board for Highscore much earlier than the prior map, giving themselves much more of an opportunity to stay on this one. Compared to Inferno, it's a good start for both teams here. 2-1, and it's actually a bit uncomfortable here for VanirQuick, who's gonna have to go down to. Oh no, sorry, I can't see. Apparently, I'm blind as hell. They got a full buy, and so do Highscore. So getting into this game, 2-1, pretty even opening. Both teams now, other than Netar, on at full buy, and this is where things really start to kick off.
You know what? I have something to say. I don't know if you followed it through. One of the players was in secret, and then I think it was Netar with that Mac 10, and one of the players from Highscore jumped into the vent, and I just either didn't expect him to go to on that one side, or just I'm not sure what happened there, because he entered the vent afterwards, not seeing anyone in there. It just seems like, you know, if he played a little bit safer, he could have gotten at least like that kill there, which could open up so many more opportunities for VanirQuick in that round. But that is now over with, and they have to focus up. It's 2-1, round 4. It's a good advantage for Highscore at the moment. They have to be careful. Gonna go towards B. Sagoi is gonna be able to get Slega down, but he needs to be a little bit more careful. Gonna be able to enter that as well. The plant is gonna come through. 3 players alive for Highscore. Can VanirQuick do something here? They're gonna enter the vents like that, and it's only Flixa remaining now. This is a hard 1v3 fight. They know at least one is there on the doors. Double door is gonna go down. Second one is gonna go down. The team flash did work wonders, well, at least for VanirQuick, and that's gonna be a clear from Flixa, being in a 1v3 spot and clutching their round. Honestly, it's going to be a lot of blame on that flash. It was a team flash, and then that just opened the doors so hard for Flixa there, and he's going to secure the 3rd round.
Yeah, talk about a throw, right? You're in a 3v1 situation after taking down Sugoi in the vent, hunting them down. They, first of all, allow them to get into that B site uncontested. Like, Sugoi, he takes a lot of damage, actually, but gets the first headshot, and then down the vent they go. And then your team flashing in a situation where you don't even need to flash. You can just swing together, and you'll get it for free in the end. There's no way Flixer can win a 3v1. Their coordination's on point, but instead they opt to throw that flash and end up causing their own teammates' demise. Sugar Daddy with the scout outside is down to 14 HP. Can he find the head? The opportunity was there, but I believe it's time up for the scout player, who's now pushed all the way back. Betan, with a random spam, finds Neto's head through that smoke. Looks to upgrade. Get your gun out, please. False, you might have an engagement anytime now. Especially Betan looking for more. They're spammed down by the Galil of Benji in the end, but some damage onto Flixer too, so it's not entirely comfortable for VQ as they find themselves in a 4v4. Slegger's sitting towards this B site. Here's all this information from Secret. There's a player helping him towards ramp as well. They have a nasty crossfire on that double door. Sugar Daddy here holding with that scout. The molly going to set him off. Flixer going to open this single at any moment. Can see the player, but no spot on that player in the corner. It's good enough by Sugoi and False Ghost. Helzuk and Slegger brought down by the MAC-10 and AK combination. And that's going to be Sugar Daddy's death too. It's just Basay left in a 4v1. Takes it down to 3 with a Flixer find on the MP9. But backing away is False. Low HP on on one of these players, and then 2 down to half. It's definitely an opportunity here for Basay, who doesn't quite get that timing. If he found that first, you'd imagine he'd keep going for it, but instead he's opting to save this SMG. Goes towards the A lobby position to find a safe haven.
Oh man, I had to just comment on one thing. Sugar Daddy, SSG. That was not what you want to see. Being able to be with Scout there on the left side. One of the players on VanirQuick did peek, but he has preferred not to die. Okay, there we go. The Scout is going to be saved, but at the same time, Sugar Daddy missing one, missing the second, and then, you know, he got rushed out with a MAC-10, which was just like absolutely not. If it's not an op, you've got nothing to say there, because when you go onto that scout, you just have to be so precise to hit the head and then hope for wonders. But that is something that absolutely did not happen, and that just made Highscore even, I don't know, even more mad. Because it felt like this could be a good run for them after getting the... Oh, that's a good...
I feel so bad for Neto, man.
Oh, it's 2 rounds in a row, man. What are we doing here?
He's getting genuinely destroyed in these openings, just completely unfounded. I mean, he has taken those first engagements. He's willing to sacrifice himself, put him on the line. And there it is, swung through, finds one. Swings into Secret as well. It's Slegger to grab him. Slegger's like takes a second as well, forces head. Being off, but he goes too far. Why would you keep that push on when you know there's at least one more player there and you're kind of putting yourself in a disadvantage? And Flix has now been given a second one. And he's going to win those duels. He's so online on Nuke. Down to 4 HP, but it doesn't matter because he's flipped around on its head. 3v2 now for VanirQuick. Advantage in the favor of the T's, in favor of our boys. After mistakes made, Slegger overheating massively, and it looks to make up for it. Does Sugar Daddy, and instead makes the situation so much worse. Now up to ladder, but the lobby version for Basay is going to be good. Gets the bomb down, and Helzuk takes Flixer down too. It's Sugoi now left in a 1v2. This round is so topsy-turvy. Bomb grabbed, and the last player is known. At least he was known prior to smoke. Not quite where you want it to be. I don't know what the plan was there. He's given himself, I guess, an opportunity to fall back into the hot position, but it doesn't really matter because he has no idea where Helzuk's got off to. Holding towards main. This timing could be beautiful. Gone out. Turns Sugoi. He's not aware the headshot's found into the body. Helzuk with a 1v1 win. But advantage going back and forth in that one. Highscore up to 2. Reaching the half mark of VanirQuick's total round count. And keeping themselves within arm's reach of this scoreline. But, I mean, advantage still towards VQ, and it's not a clean win, so the money's a little bit contested. Betan the lowest of the bunch, but should be able to buy in with assistance from Slegger too, after he finds his 2-piece. And it's a close round, but in the end it does fall the way of Highscore.
It does go into their favor, and are they going to be able to find something from it? False is just taking his time with starting the round, but 2 players outside. Basay is definitely going to go towards that main, trying to molly the doors, not letting anyone go through single. But now the smoke is gonna come through on vent, gonna go through on main. Basic, is he gonna try and go for it? But he has to be careful. Sago is there with Mac. Not Mac, with Deck 9. And Buster is gonna be able to get at least Segway down Slegger. And he's gonna take one more and bet on everyone taking the kill. And that's gonna be a flawless run from Highscore. 2k for Slegger and Buster, and then 1 for Betan to secure the run, to secure the third, and try to go towards a tie in the first half. But at the same time, we did talk about it. The T side, it can be so crucial sometimes, but you just want to take as many rounds as you can before you switch over to that CT side, and then you show what you can do, as this map is very much in hands of CT. But they have to be a little bit more careful. Gonna go outside, gonna try to find someone at least outside, but they're gonna be Betan and Sugar Daddy going towards the secret. They need to be careful. Sugar Daddy just boosted them himself here there and just waiting for anyone to try and go into the secret. But so far they are slowly taking it towards there, and this could be lethal if he peeks too early. This could be open around 4 of VanirQuick, so taking it really slowly. Both teams not wanting to push either. There's still a good amount of time, but they can't do this, and Pulse is gonna take Benji down. Oh,
what a nade!
My
down with the M4 spray too. 4-piece for him in the end. I mean, it was a TK, but it was kind of inconsequential, right? It wasn't really the round for them to win. It's unfortunate, I think, for stats more than anything, but really nice work there from Highscore, knowing that they don't have to be the aggressive ones there, eventually swinging through secret to cause some chaos, and then at that moment they choose to combine all together, play it patient until a group effort, and that's what you love to see. No individual heroics in a round where you're playing against a low buy, and that's the way to play it forward. 4-4 now. Highscore have equalized the score with that one. A bit of a gimme there with the econ that VanirQuick had, but this is where they can start getting back into it. And Netos found himself in secret so early, but making so much noise, it's not going to be anything subtle about it. Sagoy on Slegger is not subtle either. A beautiful headshot found to open this round. Sagoy down to 16, but it's a player advantage for VanirQuick, and look at all the space that Netar's taken on that B site. If they can group with him, it'd be wonderful, but he's kind of awkward here. There's a player who's dropped down that Ben. It's the engagement through, and Netar's going to win it out over Betan. Also brought low is he. 26 on that man, and Hellzo's grabbed the low HP Sagoy. But a lot of healthy players on this A site. I mean, it's of occupancy of VanirQuick, but Basir looks to equalize the score 3-3. Fortunately for VQ, that's both the low HP players who have been taken down early, and that's false. I mean, Basir's not even looking. He's playing, hoping for some lobby aggression, and his gun barrel gives away his entire position. Freebie there for False. 3v2 for VanirQuick. Flash towards main. Slows things down a little bit. Hellzerk goes up the ladder towards heaven, and False is looking for it. But looks away, as does Benji. It's timing opportunity here. The shots ring through the Hellzerk down to half. And Sugar Daddy with the AWP line does get one, but the time is ticking, and they've opted to take what they can get, right? Gets a kill. Lowers the economy a little bit off VanirQuick, but the round falls the way of VQ. And that's 5-4 now, back in the lead.
Good round coming in here from both teams. It felt like it could go towards either of the sides, but thankfully it did go towards the VanirQuick, and now they have to find a way to get at least one so that you're going to go as a tie into the second half, and that would be definitely one of the best spots that you can be in, but it's still 2 rounds away.
Here's the AWP.
Oh, Sugar Daddy did see that jump. Not going to be able to find anyone. T-Red is going to be able to do so. Oh, that's a huge chunk taken away from Netar. Yeah, once again. Always been able to find Netar. He's like a magnet to these nades, isn't it? But
Yeah,
False is...
I mean, yeah, onto the AWP. They brought it out, and it's not going to pay dividends at all. Just grabs the head, False. Beautiful shot.
Taking it so slow. There's one in main, so they have to be careful. Flixa is gonna look away. Now he sees him, but that's a little bit too late, as he's gonna just go back. He knows that there's Betan there, so he's taking it slowly. False willing to rush in too much. There is Slega just waiting on you there on top HUD, wanting for you to rush in, and Hellzerk is going to be able to find one, almost finding falls as well, but Netar now returning the fire, being able to find the flank there. He's going to take down one of the players from Highscore and just get themselves onto that B side. No one on B side, heavily guarded A side, so this could open around so easily for VanirQuick. Now they are gonna go B. They are expecting him to go. Slega is gonna take Benji down. That's a bomb down. That is a huge problem for VanirQuick, and what could be a great round for VanirQuick. With 10 seconds on the clock, they have to find everyone, but that's just not gonna happen. They're gonna save. This is gonna go into hands of Highscore. The round felt like it's very much open for VanirQuick, but that drop in the defense just absolutely shutting down Netar, and the bomb going down. It's going to be another timeout from VanirQuick, trying to collect themselves, trying to just see what can they do better, at least in these last 2 rounds, before they make a switch over to that CT side and then show them who's in the lead of this whole situation.
Yeah, I mean, 5 rounds is nothing to scoff at on the T side of Nuke, right? They can be content with this half, no matter where it ends up, right? But starting at 4-1 and only grabbing 1 since then, it's not the most comfortable position. You're not the happiest if you're VQ, and I understand that timeout call. Netar presumably just trying to inspire some ideas, something a little bit more dynamic. I think they just got stumped there. They got caught out in every engagement. They had a nice find with Netar on I believe it was Hell. He grabbed the player on the trade. He made his way around, and it gave them an opening into the round. But I think they were 4v3 up at one point and then ended up getting stuck behind those M4s. So here with the eco, it's going to be force brought down early. So advantage Highscore pretty much straight off the bat. And with the guns on the side of VQ, you can imagine it's going to be 6-5. So it looks like that time it might have been for the 6-6 score. They might have been hoping for the full buy. Smoke comes through, and they're jumping around, but with help from Hell, it's going to be free for Hellzerk. He's grabbing a third as well. The USP brought down. Benji's head taken slightly less cleanly off. It was a little bit of a scalper, but yeah, I mean, he's got Hell in his name, and he's bringing Hell down on VQ. That's a lovely shot by Flixer, who is still looking very crisp on this map. Finding a second one will be beautiful, but it's Sugar Daddy with the swing through that broken glass window. And that's advantage for the first time towards Highscore.
Broken glass and a broken heart. It was a okay round, you know, from Highscore. Not expecting anyone from Garage at that point. 6-5. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. How well they can perform now. They have to take this round. Being able to get with 6 rounds into the other half is gonna be absolutely great work. Faking.
It's a fake molly. They're pushing lobby. Oh my god, please stay on this. They're pushing ramp. Look at the position Sugar Daddy's grabbed. The fake molly gives all the sound cues to Segoy that there's no one there. But in the end, it's Sugar Daddy for the opener. The AWP posture on a new line. And with the assistance of his teammate, he finds a beautiful first pick. Sorry, go on. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm back in. Flixer with a headshot. And Netar onto Betan 2. Turning the tides. 3-2 from a 3v4. And opening into the site. And Slega finding one. Can't convert that spray. Burn to a crisp to Sugar Daddy. But false on the 2Ps alongside the Glil to Slega. Gives him back into a 2v1. This is such a messy round. Hellzerk, though, sees one, but his nades out, not his gun. And that reveals his position instead of getting a freebie. Spams through that wall, but not going to grab anything. Low HP on False, 16 HP for one of those players, but 100 on Benji, who's only got 2 kills in this half, so definitely not the side he was having on Inferno. Gonna push through that smoke is False, looking to grab a timing. The spam from Benji towards the bomb, but False, yeah, through that smoke, 6-6 half, and I have no idea how that round ended up in that situation, but in the end, VQ equalize the score, and we go into the reversed half, the flip side, an even draw.
I just have to say, not sure. I'm not sure who was in main. As you can see here, I can't paint, but that's okay because this is in front of my screen. I can't see, but no, main. And then one of the players from Highscore being there. He's been mollied. Oh, there we go. He's standing here. The other guy who's shooting him is standing right there. and he's looking at heaven and shooting at heaven. So
Yeah.
thankfully, the molly was all around him, so it did work out for him in the end. But VanirQuick could have lost that round very easily if the spray on M4 did connect the way that they actually
Yeah, it was
wanted
a
it to.
terrible spray. It was very badly whiffed, but I mean, the molly hits him on the end. It's now 2 players towards ramp. I thought it was going to be 3. It would have been a very interesting CD hold. Actually, they have got 3 here. They are expecting some ramp aggression, I guess, is the call, right? Maybe it's seen some high score boards and Netta with the open onto Hellzerk. The A site is open with only 1 player there. Flicks towards heaven, brought down straight away. So that's going to be plant through. In just a second, there's Betan getting it down, and now the time is ticking with no kits, obviously, for the CTs. Actually, no, there's one on Benji, so very doable with a false find onto Flego. Its engagement's coming through. Benji also onto Sugar Daddy. Those Julie's becoming a bit of a signature for him as he's got a second. Imagine kills to the number of pistols he's holding in his hands. That's a beautiful find. Rabassa onto 3. And now it's a 1v1 situation. Paul switches over to USP. And there's the headshot grabbed. Or not switching over, just holding onto that USP. He never had a different weapon, but it's a beautiful shot. It's almost a perfect clutch there from Bassa, who really felt alive. But in the end, that kit gives enough time, enough confidence for False to go for the swing and win it out.
Did he really just T-pose someone on the ground? Ain't no way you're doing that. No. I refuse to believe that just happened. This is CS. Oh my god, okay. A little bit of T-posing, you know, it never hurts anyone. But let's see how well they can play from here. They gonna go towards main. False, here's someone outside. He's gonna rush Slega out, but Slega is gonna take him down with that deagle. It's gonna be lethal, but Flixa pretty certain with that M4. But now Hellzerk is gonna take Benji down, and they are already on that A side. And how well can they now try to get it back? Try to retake this side. It's gonna be a hard. It's definitely gonna be a hard one. One of the hardest jobs that they have. Oh god.
I don't know. I think this is in the hands of Highscore here. They've just taken over the A site, and it's not a fun one to retake. The smoke's delaying enough time. Flicks are looking to peek from heaven, making all the noise. So he's wanting to be a known presence here. He wants to bait a little bit for his teammates, but I think that might have just been it. They were looking for one pick, and when they didn't grab it, they've opted to save.
Well, it's a good roll. Nice B-hop from Flixa here, showing us all the skill that he has today. Great work from him so far, but that's going to be a 7-7. The match is going to be tied once more. But
I don't know what to diagnose from that round. It just seemed like that swing outside was really unwise. That's the first thing I'd like to say. You hear a step and you know their guns aren't going to be as good as yours. You can first of all, I think you can expect there to be more players. Maybe you hear one step so you know it's only one, but I don't know. Then you're against a deagle, which you know you're against a deagle because he's rung that first shot out, and the insta crouch just makes you an easy target instead of some different movements, and that means the A site's much more vulnerable because there's no support from Mini, right? There's no main support when the main guys died swinging outside, and that allowed for the run over, taking control, and it's a free round in the end for Highscore following what was actually just kind of one pick. The second pick kind of came for free, right? When you're sprinting down an A side against one guy, he's not going to be able to hold off too many of you, and that's really what caused it. Now 2 players pushing towards Secret. It could be into the crosshairs of Bessa, who's holding it from red, looking for a silo pick, but not going to grab anything. The nade does decent chunk as well, flicks down to 69. Netal taking a little bit too, and Slega onto Benji opens the scores for the T's once more. They're looking to take advantage again in this map of Nuke, because for the second time as there's aggression held by Hellzerk, so aware of what False could be up to, his antics shut down. Netar hiding behind these vents, hoping they won't spot him and hoping to pop out, but there's Betan. He's obviously going to see you. There's a gap in those vents that you're looking through, and they can counter back as Hellzerk's grabbed Segoy as well. Bomb's going to go down, and Flixer once again finds himself in the save.
Well, it doesn't look too good, does it? At the same time, that's exactly what we had for the first 2 rounds when BQ was on the T side. So that's gonna be a save. You're not really looking too keen towards it because you want to CT side should be having a little bit a little bit better rounds, but just finding the picks out of nowhere. Highscore is definitely trying to get themselves as much as possible towards that 12th round at least to force out a tie, but it's now 8-7 for them. They are doing a good job so far. No players have fallen down for the side of Highscore in this round, which is going to be a flawless round from coming in from them. And can they continue that way? VanirQuick, we know how well they can play. Sometimes they just need a few rounds to realize how you play the map, and then after that, it's like they just take the lead and never give it back to you. So let's see how well they can perform this way now. I'm gonna go towards it. Oh, they are gonna force the boost here, trying to spot anyone, but not gonna happen as no one is outside apart from Betan now. But is that gonna be a little bit too late? No, they're still waiting for it. The smoke is gonna cover it. That's not gonna be spotted at all. But now Halzer waiting on HUD. They managed to find one frag last round when Flixer pushed with 5-7, so they're definitely gonna be trying to take something from it. But so far, VanirQuick doesn't want to play aggressive. They have played aggressive a little bit more in the last 2 rounds, and that didn't work out the best for them. So they are just taking their time, waiting for the flag.
Yeah, the eco round as well. I mean, they've got to hope that they just push into a stack, right? That's the idea with the outside committal. You commit so many players there that it's never really something you're going to opt to do in a gun round unless you really guarantee that you're going to grab one. So here it was just to try and hope for something cheeky and now stack towards the A side. I mean, they could get the engagement right. If they don't, no, they're going towards ramp. Yeah, they're going to find the gap here. There's one player, Betan, who could lose his rifle. He's nothing. Sees one. There we go. Oh, it's very clean actually from the T-Rifler. And that's really going to be another round where I think Flixer, if he doesn't die here, should be his, should be his, should be his, should be his, is his, yep. So Flixer now drops an M4 to the ground, which could be picked up by False or Segoy, and then I think we'll just have another round where Flixer's saving. Yeah, I think so. They know the bomb's planted on B, they've seen nothing on A. They'll just get away with the guns they've grabbed. I believe they can allow one of the two, False or Segoy, to play exits. I think it's Segoy with that 5-7 will be looking for any exits potentially. Or maybe just saving onto that 5-7 as well. Actually, they're hunting for this to tease. Helzerg pushing towards the most logical safe position with his teammate Sugar Daddy, who's flashed high on the left side, but it's a swing from Flixer to grab 2, actually. Really nice from him with that info that he's held onto for so long. Can he get the third? Not quite. Bassett, very healthy actually following that engagement. Segoy takes the most damage, and Sliger and Bassett are both low too. But that's going to be it. And Highscore have pulled away a little bit. Now 2 rounds ahead, 9-7, closing in on that double-digit scoreline. I'd like to see something from VanirQuick sooner rather than later.
They definitely have to try and force out as much as possible now, because allowing Highscore to take any more rounds from you would just be a suicide mission waiting for that Mirage pick. But I'm not too sure that they want to go for it. They know how well they can play Nuke, so they are definitely going to be trying their best now. So many rounds that could have been won, but Segoy now waiting on the ramp with them for hoping that someone does push him, but so far it doesn't look that way. Playing it really slowly. They really don't want to rush in. They know that someone is more than likely on the ramp. Basset is waiting for someone to peek him, but that is not gonna happen. Segoy just waits patiently on the ramp. They can go towards the B side. Now the ramp is gonna be mullied. He has to back away at least for a bit, but he has to be careful. They can come from 2 sides now. You never know what side are they gonna go for. 2 players still outside that outside standing, not wanting to push too much into it. But it's so slow. Just wanting to patiently play it and then try to take someone at least and then open a side for yourself, but it could backfire very easily. We're gonna see someone in heaven. If I can find him. No, I cannot. Okay. Apparently not. I'm seeing things. Yep, I'm definitely seeing things. But okay.
It's gonna be towards A. It's Betan on the single door, opens it up and it has the molly for the CT vent, so forces the swing of the CT, and he's gonna win the engagement. Netar just full burns in those feet. Flixer finds one, but Slugger onto Benji actually equalizes it. There's Flixer, finds one, traded out instantly, so 2v2 now. And False is quick towards a single, doesn't get spotted. Holding for the sloppy aggression. Is he going to win out this duel? Yes, he's good for one. Wow! Slegger with a snappy shot. Now with time, he's tapped it. Oh, okay, well, that's dumb. I mean, there was one way for him to lose that, and that's how he's done it. I mean, not one way, but that was a one way for him to guarantee the loss, and that was to not plant the bomb. Right? As soon as you make a step there, I mean, I guess he's hoping to find the quick shot, right? So you're going for a one-tap play, and that's your win con, but the other opportunity there is to just plant where you don't expect him to be, and I think it's a pretty reasonable assumption to think he will be towards heaven. So you plant away from heaven, but instead he taps it, makes a step, and then quickly the CT backs away. He just wins on time, and for the first time ever, I'm the one who's aware of time, apparently. And that's going to be round on the board for VQ. It's massively pivotal. It allows Flixer to buy up an AWP as well. Zagoi, feeling some pressure towards ramp, is actually going to give up quite early. And it's uncomfortable to re-aggress onto that position as a solo CT, so I think that's kind of control lost, unless he does go for it. Doesn't know anything, and he does actually claim it, and it's a beautiful shot to Sugar Daddy, who's not quite held the right angle. And it's just a good timing there from Zagoi, but Benji finds the harsher timing, finds the rifle of Hellzerk. Neto onto Slegger, and it's just individual engagements here. Look at this. Look at where Foles has grabbed himself off to. Betan also going dry, goes down. Some spam comes through. Flixer burning through on that Molotov. But Netar found his second in the round. The spam through that wall, not going to land onto anything but aggression here. Hellzerk baited by the steps of Foles, and I don't know. That was nothing that was massively I'm not giving any plaudits here to VQ. Like, they played fine. Like, they did what they needed to do, but it was really mistakes from Highscore there. They just played single engagements. It was a nice time there from Zagoi, but the rest of it was all dry fights, the 1v1s that you're just losing out. And Netar, huge credit to him actually finding two, gives them that advantage, but yeah, it just wasn't great from Highscore. There was nothing interesting that they did to try and put in their rotations, force any advantaged engagements. They just went dry and untraded. Flixer now has the AWP outside towards Garrett, looking to find any value, but no one's going to be dumb enough to dry swing into this one. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was the opportunity, but doesn't quite land it. I maybe should just keep my mouth shut because they did want to give it to him, but yeah, this nade could be nice actually. Gonna blow open that smoke. Actually, no, it's through the back and Slegger takes 36, so decent chance. And there's Bassa giving him the engagement that he wanted. I don't understand that call. You know the AWP's towards Garrett and you don't smoke it off, you don't do anything, you just allow him to hold that line. Force swinging through mini, grabs 1-2, and now they're segregated secret and red room, and Force has read it like a book. Sugar Daddy brought it down too. Now Hellzerk. Is he going to hard clear this boost? Surely not. I don't know if he went spotted either. Seguro, it has to be disciplined here. No audibles can be given. 5v2 situation, sorry. Hellzerk has to go big. Betan down into secret as well, but look at Netar's position as well, holding towards the double door. Control room could be a spot there. He could grab up there and get the kill, but they have to pick it perfectly, do the Highscore boys. Run towards hot swinging through. Benji spotted him, just gonna drop that Molotov and play his life. Edan has made his way through. And it's Neto holding for two angles here. He's got to hold double and control. And that's a little bit uncomfortable. I'd love to see a little bit of support for him. But as soon as that audible's I see it's a silent drop, but he's gonna win out the fight nonetheless. Nice work from Netar, very aware of the possibilities that were coming his way. And now it's Hellzerk in a 5v1. And he's going to save on T-Roof.
Honestly, such a great and clean run from VanirQuick to take the lead back into their own hands. That is what we have awaited from VanirQuick. And, you know, the start of the second half was looking a little bit shaky, but now they're back in the lead, and that's exactly what they wanted to have. Honestly, such a great discipline. Nobody to rush too much. Giving Flix an easy kill. There, for some reason, you know that he's in the garage, he has an up, and you still decide, let me just rush him out. What could be the worst thing that actually does happen there? And Incendiary is going to be thrown on ramp. Not wanting to go for the push, but now already Benji is going to be down. Slega pushing through smokes, trying to find one at least. He's going to see Netar, but that's going to be too late. Flixa getting one and has to run for his dear life. He's going to be able to find some more. Just slowly going to go all the way towards the control room. He doesn't want to give them too much to work with, and that's exactly what you expect from him. What are you gonna do there?
I mean,
Slowly rotating towards the A side again. It seems better, wanting to find someone at least. But there's no one that's gonna be rushing you. They're just playing it so patiently, and that's what you love to see about VanirQuick at the moment.
looking so strong, right? 4v3 against Eagles and an AK. Hellzerk has found one, but has to be a massive playmaker if they want any hope in hell in this round. No pun intended. The swing towards main isn't, sorry, Heart isn't quite going to land onto false. It could have been a beautiful opener there for, I believe it was Betan. It could have been Bassett as well, but false is going to reposition now that he's been noted. I don't love going towards the CT vent, but the opposition don't have any Molotovs to build him out. This could be an engagement, and it is. And Segoy's headshot precision brings it further in the hands of VQ. Now, steps towards A, giving all the noise. Segoy is going to swing alongside false. Doesn't even matter, though, because he's so quick. Towards that CT vent position, grabs the last two. VQ up to 11. And they are looking to close it out. It's a full buy once more. For Highscore, a little bit light on the utility, and Hellzerk is going to be dropped down to probably a Galil, so not quite the full buy that I was pushing forward. I believe they're missing. It's actually a MP7, I believe, and he's picking up a smoke and a flash, so the util prioritized for him. Despite the fact he's really been a hero this round, I'd like to see them drop him an AK, because that's I think the best opportunity they have. Slegger taking so much damage early, just rushing through that A site. Benji's going to bring it down. I don't know how he's not won that fight. Benji's got 3! And false swings through alongside Neto to close it out. How on earth did Sega not win that first fight? I think that was a bad whiff.
It definitely has to be, and this is already going to be an interesting one. The match point for VanirQuick. Look at the money that Highscore has at the moment. 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and at the moment only... Oh, there's the third Galil as well. It's the last hope that they have in order to try and close this one out. What can they do here? Gonna go do not try going outside. Flixa is awaited. He sees someone on silo. It's gonna be damaged. Half of the HP is already gone. Oh, nice shot! Nice flick as well. The second is gonna be found by Flixa. Can he find some more? No, Basse is gonna find Netar. Has to be careful. Has to be real careful here, Flixa. Gonna try to flash him out. Not gonna happen. He could be knifed. No, it's not gonna be a third. I wanted to say that the third is gonna come through, but that is just not what happened. Foles not wanting to push here. Just win around. Oh, never mind. He wants to push here. They know where he is. Not gonna be able to hit him through. All 3 players off Highscore are outside. Looking to just close it off here. VanirQuick. They want to try and find at least that one off guard. And that would be Hellzerk, which is on 25 HP. So he is
stuck.
Very low and very, very stuck. But the smoke is going to help him out to go towards main. He's going to be entering this side, but the smoke does not go through.
What is happening?
Oh,
Benji
there we go. False.
brought down false with the trade. Engagement on the site. But hello? That's it. The smoke wasn't down yet. Falls down in the end, and now Slegger has them vacate towards the B site, which is the right call, right? You don't know where the players are, but they're going to be towards ramp and heaven. They're taking off both sites. But the plant comes through. Segoy sees the player, has to wait for his teammate. 1v2 for Slegger. The Lil as well. That's a good first, and that's a beautiful second. And he clutches up the round in a fundamentally fascinating way there. Pushes towards B and Galil headshots, 2 of them. But I want to talk a little bit about Flixa earlier. It was a bit of a Draken round there, 30-degree window, hitting some beautiful, difficult shots, but missing the sitters in crucial moments. And it just wasn't quite comfortable. And also, the players towards Garage gave, like, they had the red side held. They had that left side held. Like, there was no gap for Hellzerk. Despite the smoke, there was no gap for him. They gave it to him. They gave him the opportunity to cross, and that picked up the opening onto Benji, who's sitting on the top side of site where he was playing the round before, so no adjustment there from his position, which means the T's were aware of where he could be, and they find him in the end and close out the round 12-10. It's still advantage for VanirQuick, still taking us to overtime at the minimum, and False on Betan. Looks like he wants to close it out before then, because why wouldn't you? Match flicks are up to 21. It's a good smoke from Zagoy. He's going to push into it, and this could be disgusting timing. They've all crossed the right side, And that's the first bullet. He's got to make a play. Oh, stay on Segoy, please. He's got to make this play. Come on. Go through it. Go through it. He's not going to do it. He's allowed the bomb to go down. Neto actually stops it. Aggresses early. And now Segoy strikes. Grabs one, but not quite quick enough for the second. His teammates to support him from ramp now. Bass good for one, but Morley forces him out into flicks his orb. Now just control room. Double swing. 13-10. 2-0. VanirQuick wins Nuke. VanirQuick wins the series. VanirQuick up to 4 in round number 5.
Absolutely beautiful work here coming in from VanirQuick, being able to close it off, not wanting to give anything more. But Segoy, we were so expecting him to peek there after the smoke and just try to get someone down. But that didn't go through, but at the same time, it did go out well for them. Honestly, such a great work from everyone at this point. Flixa, 37 kills over the 2 maps, falls on 39 and Benjamin 35. Absolutely huge work from the team today to take this one away, to get themselves a step closer toward that top 3, I think. At the moment, they are first with Infuriety as Crash. Who did Crash out? Infuriety beat Crash out.
I see.
And Bitfix beat them as well. So at the moment, as it stands, Nidaros, Bitfix, and Crashout are all tied up on the 3rd place with 9 points, and then Infuriety and VanirQuick on 12 each. Huge work from the team here. Holy, I didn't even expect it.
Yeah, over halfway through this also, because obviously 10 teams means 9 games. So great position they find themselves in. Number 1 obviously is beautiful and a good map differential as well. Yeah, you're right. Really nice work across the board. Some, like, no one doing like astronomically well. It was more of a team effort, and a lot of players sitting towards that, moving towards that 40 kill range on across the 2 maps, and that's just it's a good team performance there. Those maps are a little bit close, but not too close, because it was VQ who closed out with no overtimes as well, which was nice to see. They managed to get it in regulation, and yeah, I think that means it's time for us to take a quick break before we move hopefully into a player interview. Welcome back. We're here. We're happy. We have two special guests. It's False. Say hello, False.
Hello, team.
And Flixer.
Hello.
Right. I mean, 2-0. We're very happy, right? We were very content with that. But I want to start with a little bit of the negatives and just talk a little bit about, well, not so much negative, just a mindset question about Inferno, right? You start 6-0 and then they bring it back a little bit, 8-4 half. It's like not bad. It's not a bad half, but with how it started, it felt like it could have been so much better. And then it feels like the same sort of story starts to happen again. You're 12-4 up and they bring it all the way to 12-9. Is there any point where your mental starts to go a bit, or were you guys staying confident that entire time?
I was feeling confident. I think the team also was, because there was no we were not stressed. We were not yelling at each other. It was just unlucky and go next round.
Cool.
Yeah, we were just taking it like round by round because we knew like one of these rounds will close it. We're just like running around, just trying to do something. We know someone, like one player is gonna get some entry somewhere, and we're just gonna end it, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also, well, Flick said, this is just for you. That op like was absolutely crazy. Just I have to say it was such a sight to see. Like
Where? Nuke?
Nuke,
The red
Nuke,
one
yeah.
for Silo.
Oh yeah.
I jump from Silo and these thing around the left side and the red and find the second as well. And then we don't talk about having on the third one.
No, I mean, I was like in that situation. It was like I'm holding the guy in Africa, but then
Yeah.
he doesn't peek for like, you know, you have this kind of like timing that the guy behind red is about to
There's like a
creep up on
mental
you.
timing, yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm about to like switch angles and then he peeks and
Yeah, fair enough. They just lost it in their head. You were already thinking about the other angle, so
yeah.
it's fair enough. I was just wondering if you had any specific inspirations, like Draken or something along those lines.
Nah. I mean, I've always watched Brokey.
Yeah.
Brokey was one of the. I mean, that's like the main guy I've been watching throughout the years. Not so much recently because he's just missing everything. But we don't talk about that.
No. Old school Brokey.
Yep.
And then I think this is really the first time we've seen properly your T side of Nuke. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It feels like it's like oftentimes when we're going to Nuke, it's a final map or a map where you're somehow playing on CT and getting a billion rounds, and then you go to T and it's like 2.
Yeah.
But how does it? I think we had it before actually, and it was kind of a slow start. And then this time it felt like you had actually kind of you were like. Let me reframe this. The first time we saw like a proper T side of Nuke, it kind of felt like you'd lost the mental game of it. You were a bit clueless. You were talking about how there was a missed smoke outside, someone didn't throw their smoke, and it was just like the mistakes you were making weren't to do with the map. It was just to do with like just general like team play. But this time when you were actually playing, it felt like we saw your actual T side of Nuke. Like, this was a genuine attempt at the map, and it wasn't something mental that was stopping you from playing. So do you guys feel like you showed more of your T side and how like good it can be?
Yeah, even though I feel like we played it like shit. It was a lot of rounds. Like there's this one round where we have a guy who kills. I think Netar kills the ramp guy, and then he's like, "Yeah, we killed the ramp guy. Let's go ramp," you know. And then nobody's in position to go ramp, and it just kind of fell apart. There was some really bad rounds in there, but there was also some good rounds.
Yeah, it was a bit messy at times, but it looked better than the last time you played it. Definitely, the last time.
Yeah.
Was a little bit more consistent, so that's good.
Well, I mean, just we gotta talk about your form for just a second. It's a fourth win in a row. Going against Slaughter Gang next doesn't seem like it should be a hard fight. Is there any predictions for the match before we do go towards it on 11th of May?
I mean, if it's not a 2-0, I don't know. That's we're probably trolling a bit then.
Well, we're playing against 2 team players for VanirQuick as well.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of important win.
Who are the players that they have that you used to have?
Ogi and Saint.
Do you think that gives you a bit of an advantage here, or do you think it's kind of equal because they know your tendencies as well?
I think they really want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be personal for them. It's gonna be probably a good match. I've seen them they've been playing better than expected, so that's good. It's not gonna be like
I mean, you guys
It's
are
gonna
top
be
in
a
the
close
board
match,
right now.
maybe. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Was that something you felt like? I mean, did you feel that was likely coming into this tournament that you could potentially win it entirely?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I feel like because before this season started, we had a roster change, and we started practicing with that roster, and it felt really good. Things were clicking. We had some like really bad practice, but some really good ones as well. So, yeah,
Just felt like the right pieces of the puzzle finally.
yeah,
Seems like it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it, and I think you're looking better and better as the weeks go through. It feels a lot cleaner, even when it's starting to fall apart. Like the way the way you recover from that feels more intentional and more like cohesive. Because I mean, again, Inferno, you could have easily lost, right? You could have easily seen the comeback start and start to like falter in ways, which didn't happen here. And I think that's a testament to the progress that the team has been making across the weeks. So yeah, I think that
I
is
feel like our CT side on Inferno was getting better. That's what like the
yeah.
main thing, because usually we have the issue on CT side, not T side. So that felt good.
Yeah, you ended I think it was 8-4 on on the CT side, I think. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
and
was definitely progress
yeah,
compared to the other maps.
Yep.
It's just the ability to carry forth the momentum we have without losing it. That's important on CT side. But
Yeah.
sometimes stuff happens and we can't seem to keep it.
It's a very like punishing map on CT, right? Because both sides are so difficult to retake. If you like make a mistake or make a wrong call and they kind of get the side for free, it's very hard to do anything about it. So it makes sense that like understanding the map better and being able to recover from difficult moments is something that pushes you over the edge into like winning out those CT halves instead of losing them.
Yeah, it's also like getting to know your teammates better. Like their tendencies is always better. It's yeah, for CT sides at least.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else to say, Joe?
Only good luck on Monday against Gang, and we're gonna be here to try to make it entertainment as much as you do, because you're playing so good, and honestly, let's just keep the form going. Thank you both
Thank you,
for the interview, and I hope you're gonna have a great rest of your night.
Yeah,
You too.
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming,
guys.
guys. Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye.
And I believe with that I think calls us for this stream. It's been a good one. I think they played really solidly today. I didn't have much to say, and I think that's always a nice thing, right? It just was good gameplay. They played pretty consistently, and that was really it. So I'm happy. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, definitely happy. You know, Inferno. We've seen how epic that can go, and as you just heard it, the CT side has not been the best for them. Slowly improving, so hopefully they're going to be able to, get some more practice in and storm it even better against Gang. But that's going to be it from us for today. Sam, thank you so much for joining. Everyone that's watching, thank you so much. We're going to see each other on Monday again. But until then, stay safe and stay. I tried to do my intro on my channel. That's a wrong thing. Have a great rest of your night. We're gonna see each other next time. Goodbye.